everyone. It's good to have you online with us this evening. Honestly, it really is good. Thank you for joining us. I know your time is your most valuable asset, so I really appreciate you. My name is Nola, for those of you who haven't met me before. And I'm a very, very proud networker because over the last 4 decades, I have realized just what this industry has really contributed to the world. And I don't know if you're all familiar with the industry, but I'm going to give you a few industry stats because it's a huge industry. The industry is worth double the world entertainment industry. And we all know how incredibly large the world entertainment industry is. The worldwide turnover in this industry is $192 billion annually. And there are 118 million distributors worldwide. But the amazing thing is that those distributors are paid $200 million US per day. So it's an industry that is exciting, and it's an industry that is good to be part of, and it's an industry that is good for anyone, really. And the question, I say, do you think that this is making a huge difference to families' lives? I think it is. I'm one of the affected lives, positively affected lives. But, we ask the question, do you know what to look for when you're wanting to link to a networking company? And do they have what it takes to last in the marketplace? Do they know what it takes to deal with change? Do they have the experience? Do they have the positive cash flow? Do they have the management with a long-term vision? Do they have the leadership to steer the company, especially during these crazy times? Ask those questions. The compensation plan, is it a fair one? Are payments made on time? Is there enough support from the company and leaders? And the product, that's the base of everything. It must be what the marketplace needs. And so it's very important that we ask these questions. And I want to introduce you to a company that I believe has it all and is 63 years in the business worldwide. And Neolife is the business opportunity with a very sound health product base. And I say health product base, we have 3 ranges which are all involved in health. And the criteria for evaluating any supplement is important because we need to get more whole food into our cells. And why I say that is that the stats show that 1 in 10 adults don't get enough nutrients through eating. And out of the 70% of all of us who take dietary supplements, I don't see it helping because the chronic disease is on the rise. And basically, populations are getting sicker. And I'm talking about heart disease, strokes, cancer. They're not communicative diseases. They're not the viruses. I'm talking about diabetes, respiratory diseases that are basically brought on by our food choices over a period of decades. Our immunity needs to be looked at in these times because of viruses and that. We need to be able to fight the viruses. So we need whole foods. And whole food simply means that they are not natural. Algae is natural. Pine bark is natural. Duck feathers are natural. That's what a lot of companies use in their products. I'm talking about human food, food from the human food chain. And they are nutritionally effective as opposed to just natural. We're looking for food that your body actually identifies as food and can use it as food. And so We're looking at whole food. We're looking at credible science that backs the whole food supplements. Like clinical claims, independent studies, products found in respected medical journals. We're looking for another thing of integrity, that our products are made to pharmaceutical standards. They're operating under the food FDA in America regulations. They've never had issues with company integrity. They haven't had lawsuits against them. We're looking at another point, which is scientifically based. I'll talk a little bit about that in a moment. And we're looking at longevity of the company. So there are 5 things there that really are important factors in choosing a company. Longevity, as I said, we've been around 63 years. We're in 50 different countries. Have you ever thought of having an international business? Because you can now. We're privately owned, which is quite exciting because the owners can concentrate on the distributors' welfare, which they do. We're not publicly traded. We don't have shareholders. That the company must always focus on the shareholders instead of the actual distributors. So, all that makes a huge difference in choosing the company. And really, the company that does all this is NeoLife. We have a clinically proven whole food nutrition range. We have healthy home products, and we have organic face products. And I just want to say how I can say we have a clinically proven whole food nutrition range. I'm going to just show you. We've got so many products, it's impossible to talk about them all. But I'm going to show you 3 specific oil products that are our flagship. Here is a grain oil base, which keeps our cells healthy. The cell membrane's healthy. So nutrition can go in and waste product can go out. It's imperative that we have these lipids and sterols in our body when our cells replicate, so that we have healthy cells, because our health is all cellular. And our nutrition, this is a cellular nutritional product. And this has been proven to double the intake of your nutrition. If you have threonine in your body, you will absorb double. It's good for the heart development in children. It's just good for our energy. It helps our mitochondria, our little energy factories. It's scientifically proven, and that product is over 60 years old. And then another oil product, which is an amazing product, and you've all heard of omega-3, our salmon oil plus omega-3. We all know omega-3s. Where this is different is that it has all 8 molecular structures in the product, as opposed to maybe 2 or 3 that other brands have. So we've got all 8. So if your body is a little under par and not working as well, it doesn't have to worry, because it's dished up on a plate for our body to work with. And this is proven to reduce inflammation by 68%, and if taken for 6 weeks. So the big thing about the omega-3 oils, if it reduces inflammation, that immediately has a very strong knock-on effect with all the chronic diseases that I mentioned, like migraines, for instance, inflammation, heart disease, inflammation, bowel diseases, inflammation, lung disease, inflammation. So if you've got something that reduces inflammation by 68%, you're on a winning side. And that's what this does. So it's good for pregnant women because it comes from disease-free fish. It hasn't had to be distilled. And it is tested for over 200 contaminants, so that it's 100% safe for pregnant women, safe for babies, safe for little ones, good for the brain, good for the aging. It's a good product. And then another oil, which I just love, is the carotenoid complex. This is oil from our red and yellow fruits and vegetables. And this oil has been proven to boost immunity by 37% in just 20 days. We need this, guys. We need this to fight our viruses and disease. And even though it's proven to boost the immunity, it also stops oxidation, which is like a rust. I live near the beach. I know what rust's all about. You cut an apple in half and it goes brown. That is oxidative damage, and it stops that by 40%. And that is the United States Department of Agriculture test that they've done on this product. And so it's an incredible product. And this bottle is worth 115 kilos of carotenoid rich foods, where the oils of the carotenoids, the valuable oils, have been extracted and encapsulated. And so you have that protection of 115 kilos of beautiful strawberries and spinach and apricots and tomatoes, and there are a whole lot of them. And those are all lovely products there. So, those are three of our incredibly important research products. I mean, we have many research products, but I'm going to show you this box. This is a wonderful daily supply that we have, and that comes in our ProVitality box, which is there. And that ProVitality has 30 sachets in, so it'll last 30 days. And every sachet, that's our omega, that is our carotenoid, that is our treonine oil, and then they put a wonderful, wonderful multivitamin and mineral. So there's no better complete multivitamin and mineral plus supplement on the market that does it all. So just to give you a little taste of our whole food nutrition, real whole food nutrition. And then we have a healthy home. And I'm going to just take one product out of our huge range of cleaning products, and that is our Super 10. And Super 10 is an all-purpose heavy-duty cleaner, and this 1 liter will make 22 of these bottles, spray bottles, because you can see that we just put a little bit to the bottom at a 10-to-1 mark. And so this 1 liter makes 22 of the spray bottles. So now if you look at the non-toxic aspect of the product, it's totally non-toxic and non-caustic and is safe to have around the home and any environment where our loved ones are. But also the plastic, out of 22 bottles, we only throw 1 bottle away. So it's the landfill, it's the plastic waste, it's the waterways. We have been looking after the earth for 50 years in South Africa and 60 years around the world. And really, we're proud to say that billions of bottles have not been into the landfill because of just that one product I've shown you. And then our organic face products, well, you just got to try them. It's fantastic. Made in France, tested in France on humans. All our products are tested on humans, and the results are good. So, these very, very unique products do drive our business opportunity. NeoLife is a business opportunity with these great products. And my story started 47 years ago when we hit hard times because we owned a business that was subcontracting to major contractors, and contractors went out of business, 2 of them, and of course we didn't get paid for our work, and it put us in a very, very difficult position. And we were introduced to NeoLife, and you know what? I didn't know anything about it. There weren't many stories about it, but we as a family embraced it, and it helped me be a stay-at-home mother and raise 2 children, which I wanted to be. And it's helped, and I've built this business, which I'm still loving doing 4 decades later. And we've had, as a family, a lifestyle that I could only dream of before NeoLife. And what we've spoken about over the years, in the early years, was leave a legacy. And I'm very excited that I have left a legacy for our future generations. Together with Rory, we are we're living a very fulfilled life, and feel we've done a little contribution to this earth and to people. And so I would like right now to introduce you to 2 wonderful ladies who have taken their NeoLife business to heights that they never thought of. And I'm going to call on Bonnie. I can see Bonnie right there. Let me just get hold of Bonnie. There Bonnie is. Bonnie, can you unmute yourself? You have. I'm going to hand over to you. And Bonnie, what I really want you to do is tell us what this business has meant to you. I know that you are now 3 generations on the business, which is on the product, which is really good. And I know you've got good product stories as well, but I know you're very passionate about the business. And why are you so passionate about the business, Bon? Hand over to you.
Thanks, Lola, and good evening, everyone. It's just great to be here with all of you. I had no idea whatsoever what to expect when I joined NeoLife many years ago. But what I do know is that the products in the business have far, far exceeded all my expectations and my wildest dreams, in fact. I had 2 big needs when I joined. I had a big health need as my youngest daughter was extremely ill with asthma and no one could help her. And I needed to earn money in a hurry. After battling for 2 years with conventional medicine, Megan was very much better after being on our products for only 2 weeks. And after 6 months, I was earning more money than I ever dreamed was possible. I've had huge financial benefits from the business, and the overseas and the local travel at 5-star resorts has been absolutely incredible. I'm not actually a people's person, so I've had to really work on myself here. But now I can look at the darling people in my team, my wonderful customers, and my incredible friends that I've made, and know what a positive difference that they've made to my life, which has certainly been enriched by knowing them. I can become very emotional when I'm totally honest about all the business has done for me and my children, besides the huge health benefits. I took a few hard knocks in life, as most people do. Everyone seems to have a story. And as a result, I was unable to work the business properly for a good few years. Can you imagine the loyalty and the love that I feel for our company when I tell you that not 1 month went by in all those years that I didn't earn money from NeoLife because of what I'd built up in the beginning? Personal development is something I'm really loving. I'm very much work in progress here, but I love that I can now wake up every morning pretending and really believing that I'm already a 2 Ruby director again. You see, what you can see and believe, you can become. No one can ever tell me that this business doesn't work if you are prepared to work it. And if you don't know how to do that and how to become a professional at our business, there are so many trainings on the website. There's weekly training, and there's your upline that you can always turn to. But nothing works better than trial and error. Get out there and just do it. Learn and grow from your mistakes. And really, if there's one thing that I can, really encourage you to do, is never stop trying until you succeed. You see, if you're prepared to do what it takes, you can have everything you need and desire from this business. When you become a director, that is when your dreams start to come true. So it really is so worth the effort to try and get there as soon as possible. No one ever needs to look further than NeoLife. All the things that Nola mentioned are exactly the way she explained them to be. Today, we need to become entrepreneurs if we hope to succeed in our fast-changing world. And there is nothing that even begins to compare to NeoLife and network marketing. Here are just some of the benefits. You are your own boss. You work the times that suit you. You work anywhere in the world from your cell phone. Go on holiday and work on the beach if you like. Work well into your old age. Such low startup costs. The company takes care of everything. We've just had a month end. The company works out and pays each distributor who does 250 points or more. We don't have to do that. The research, the packaging, the advertising, the websites, the delivery, etc., and so I could go on. All we need to do is speak to people, love them, and help them to lead a better life. it's just so incredibly exciting because each and every day can hold such hope for you and make your life incredibly rewarding and so very exciting. So I hope that this has filled you with enough excitement and believability to go out and to tell the whole world what this business and the products can do for them. Thanks, Lola.
That's what we got to do, Bonnie, tell the world. And that's what we are doing. And I'm thankful for you for talking to us. And I know Bonnie has huge passion about the business, and I'm excited about her and her future. And I've got another lady I am now going to introduce, and that's Antoinette. Do you want to unmute yourself, Antoinette? There we are. You're there. Antoinette, you were a maths teacher at one stage of your life, weren't you? Amongst other things. And now you're networking, and this is exciting. You know, my question is, what has NeoLife really meant to you as a business? Because you're a business-minded person, and why do you believe in these products so strongly?
I sometimes have to sit back and want to pinch myself and ask myself, is this real? How did I get here? And I want to encourage you tonight and say, I think if you can get through the first month of hurdles and thinking it's not going to work, and the people around you not believing in what you say, just get through that and you will fly. Don't give up. Just build this business. Nola was asking about the products. That's where it started for me. If you look at these products, if you look at a business today, what do you need? You need to look at the trends. Health is a massive trend. It's the right bandwagon to be on. Then skincare, paraben-free skincare is what everybody should have. And then green cleaning. It's just, if I look at the products and I look at the market out there, if what we do is a trend, then also another benefit is that every person walking this planet can potentially be your client at any stage of their lives. And whoever they know, the same to them. So a wider market than that, you cannot get. So it's just about believing in the products that you've got and walking the road. You've heard what Nola said about the flagship products. You can go out with one product and build a massive business. That's how it started for me. It was Tree and N. That's all I spoke about. That's all I sold. That's all I told people to get. And it ended up being a massive business for me. So regarding the products, you're not going to beat them. There's no competition out there. And that makes the business easy for me. So if you don't know why I'm saying that, the minute you know and the minute you found that out, the business will flow for you.
Antoinette, that is good. And I know when you started, you had a daughter at university, you had, a lot of challenges that you had to meet, and you've met them. You just used the system that the business gives us and the products, and you met all your challenges. Isn't that right?
Yes, they I want to say as well that you hear a lot of things. And if you look around, you don't know what to believe and who to believe, because there's a lot of companies out there. And I very soon realized that I'm dealing with NeoLife. I'm dealing with an ethical company in an unethical world. And that I could work with, because I was not lying to my customers anymore. I had something ethical to offer them. And then we look at the marketing plan. And the marketing plan was spread out in front of me. I understood it. And, you ask yourself, yeah, right, will this work? And I want to say that what we have and the rebates that we earn is unequaled on this planet. So not only the products are the best, but the marketing plan you will not beat. The only thing I can say to you is if you've got one person in your downline, in your business, it's not going to work for you. You need a lot of people widely spread. That will make the difference for you. And you don't build it overnight. It's one relationship at a time, like Jerry Brasfield always says. But it works if your belief is there and you know that it can work for you. And you don't know how, but you'll find out because it's working for others. Walk the road. This works. The lifestyle, what this gives you, you cannot get anywhere else. I mean, here we are in lockdown. The minute lockdown hits, we go into overdrive. You go and sit on your chair, you don't move from your home, and you've got a business that flourishes internationally. I mean, it's unreal. You don't need stock, you don't do deliveries, you've got no debt, you've got no debt owing to you. Everything is handled, and you can trade right over the planet. It's just so convenient, so real, and it's just a life that I've never dreamed of. I said yesterday in a meeting in a Bible study group, I said that God sometimes knows our needs more than we know them because he's given me more than I knew I wanted. So this business can happen for you, but you've got to make it happen. It's possible. Just believe and go forward with blinkers on. Shake off the negativity, go forward positive, and build something that's going to last a lifetime and give you the freedom that you've never dreamt of.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Antoinette, thank you. Bonnie, thank you. Two wonderful, wonderful, genuine business builders, loving people, and are loved by people. And I want to thank you for sharing and opening up your heart to us. I'm going to hand over to Rory now. There we are.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Wow.
God bless.
What a session. You know, I want to thank our three wonderful ladies for their conviction, their passion, and the energy they put into this business. And, you know, it's anyone listening to this would obviously just fully understand that this business is a business that works, and this is a business that is busy changing lives. And, you know, it's a question of, you've got one life, you've got to make the most of that life. And we're talking about your life and your future. So thank you, Antoinette, thank you, Bonnie, and thank you, Nola, for your incredible explanation. There's very little I can add to it. However, I just want to say this, you know, that in this world today that we live in, there are two major problems that we're facing. The first one is obviously the fear of the loss of health and the loss of wealth. This is going on throughout this globe because things are not as stable as they used to be. And so people have to really look at what they're doing, look for a plan B, and really start reinventing themselves and their future. And this neo-life business, Antoinette put it so beautifully, that it's risk-free. You work from your home, you have the ability to build a global business. And that's exactly what she's doing, and exactly what Bonnie's doing, and exactly what we've done. So it is a unique opportunity for that. So I believe we address those two problems, the fear of loss of health and the fear of loss of wealth. We actually address those. And that's why our business is so relative in this day and age. So what I'm going to suggest here is look at where you are today and where you're going, and decide and have the courage to start changing your thinking and adapting to our way of business. So a couple of questions you need to ask yourself. Number one is, do you have the desire to change? You know, that's something we can't impart. You've got to have it. Do you want to change your future and your family's destiny? If you can tick that box, good. The next question is, how are you going to do it? You've got to find some form of vehicle. To me, NeoLife is about the best opportunity you'll get. It is a low risk, great financial opportunity that can operate globally with tremendous support in place and a company of integrity. So how are you going to do it? You need this opportunity, and that's exactly what NeoLife can do for you. The third little thing is ask yourself the question, have I got the courage to try something new? You know, to go forward, you've got to step out of your comfort zone. The old story about the tortoise only makes progress when he sticks his neck out. I'm asking you to do the same thing. Try something different. Get rid of any preconceived ideas you might have had in the past. Give this a go. You've got nothing to lose by trying. Have the courage to try. Because when it comes to taking action, this is where people settle into the excuse mode. The first excuse is, oh, I don't have any time. Well, if you don't have time, you're speaking the language of the poor. Poor people have no time. Rich people duplicate time. They use a small percentage of many people's time to create their wealth. So start duplicating time. Another excuse I get so often is, oh, I can't sell. Well, neither could I. Noel and I were not born into the sales world. But, you know, we are human beings. We can adapt, we can learn, we can develop new skills. So have that time, you know, have that courage to try. You know, even if you're not a born salesman, you can do that. Or saleswoman, you can do that. The third thing is the action. The action you need to take is quite simple. Turn to the person who put you onto this call tonight. Thank them for that, because I thank the person who introduced me many, many years ago. And thank them for that, and get onto their website tonight. Do it now. Have the courage to step out of your comfort zone and try something new. And I know that the decision you take today will have a dramatic effect on your entire financial future and your family's future for generations to come. So I have no doubt that NeoLife is the vehicle to use, and just give it all you've got and take the action tonight. So get back to them, get onto their website and make a decision. Thank you very much for your time. Good night.